Hi, I'm Amy. I was born in Wales and I'm a teacher. This is Alex. He was born in Ukraine and he's a doctor. In 2024, we decided to take our careers on the road. We're spending the year traveling full-time and working remotely. Feel free to follow along each week as we move from country to country and give you our travel tips for each place. This week, we're in Osaka, which is stop number 1 in our Japan series. We were lucky enough to make it just in time to see the final day of cherry blossoms. We visited the Osaka Castle, Shitenno-ji Temple, and ate just about every dessert Osaka has to offer. We flew Peach Airlines from Hong Kong to Osaka. It's a budget airline, but we really loved it, especially the flight attendants.
Hello.
We took a train from the airport to our hotel. Bless Alex for always carrying our one big checked bag up and down the stairs of the metro. We went straight to bed and woke up early the next day, ready to hopefully see some of the cherry blossoms.
I think you just touch it. Oh, okay.
I'll be honest, I was planning on having a rest day since we just came from some long Disney days, but Alex was concerned that if we didn't go to see Sakura trees right away, they wouldn't still be in bloom. To be fair, they were definitely not supposed to be in bloom during our trip. When we were planning, we thought for sure we would miss them. It just so happens that they bloomed late this year, which meant we were extremely lucky.
Okay. We watched a video on another travel blog. They said that Sakura flavored things taste like cherry and like almond extract. And that's what this tastes like. It's very good. I recommend it.
It's from Tobeya Bakery.
Yeah.
The trees are beautiful.
They are.
I'm glad you dragged me out of the house.
Welcome.
These ones are different. These ones are like fluffier. Did you just poop a flower?
I did.
This day was very windy and it rained later in the evening, so we saw so many of the petals on the ground the next day. I truly think we made it just in time to see the final day of full bloom, and I'm very thankful Alex pulled me out of bed to see this.
There are two types, well actually there's probably more, but two like distinct for sure types of Sakura or cherry blossom trees. Typically they're pretty separated, but this one's pretty amazing because you have this more like bulbous one here, but then which is more pink, and then you have a little bit more of the white one.
Well, it's just this one's growing into that one.
Yeah, and so there's two different trees that are kind of growing into each other, which is pretty cool, but these are the two main different types.
You can see how different they are when they're intertwined like this.
Yeah, so you have these like really soft, kind of more flowery ones, and then you have these, which are a little bit more delicate, that are whiter and less pink, but just as beautiful. So this contrast is really nice. Yeah, because like look how long, so these branches are all coming from here, from that tree over there.
I don't know if you can see on camera, but there's one type of tree up here that's more pinky. Then there's one right here that's more white and then has greener leaves. And then the one in front is like the most pink and is like way more fluffy. So there's 3 different types of tree here. Very pretty. Alex found these kids playing baseball in the park and he's just been watching them. And he's saying things like, "Oh, yeah, Good play. It's really funny. These ones are interesting because there's white ones, but these white ones are the same as these pink ones. And usually the ones that are white are like a different type of tree, but this is the same type of tree. I don't know if you can tell how different the color is between the two, but they're also intertwined. I like when they're intertwined and you can tell the difference between the trees. Alex found another baseball game. Surrounded by beautiful trees. Fun fact about Alex, he's a doctor, but if he wasn't one, he says his dream job is to be an umpire. So he really loves baseball. We just kept walking and we found this like beach, and the river is on this side. And then on this side, there's a beach and there's people playing sand volleyball. And then there's like a walking path on the left.
This is the park that we walked through. It has sakura trees lining the entire path along the water and was definitely the best place to see cherry blossoms in Osaka. Look at this cutie. Hi. What you doing? It looks like a pig.
It does look like a little pig. Maybe it's a beaver.
Oh, we walked that whole way. We started at that castle and then we just like walked the path along the river and now we're here. And they look like they're having the time of their life and I want to rent a jet ski. Look at them. They have the whole place to themselves. We walked through 2 different parks.
Lots of cherry blossoms, and they were just blooming everywhere. The leaves were falling off when the wind blew. It was a very picturesque, beautiful day. Lots of people out and about having their picnics, playing baseball, you know, whatever.
It's a really good temperature.
It is. It's like in the low 70s right now, which is great. So it's just been a beautiful day, and I'm glad that I got her out of bed to experience that.
We are going to walk home and get dinner, maybe?
Yeah.
Or go grocery shopping.
Yeah, we do need to get groceries.
And
that's
then
right.
maybe make dinner.
Also, travel tip, make sure you tell your bank that you're traveling if you're going to use ATMs abroad. We tried to use our ATM twice yesterday, or a debit card twice yesterday, and it got declined. So we had to call, tell them, hey, it's us, we're in Japan.
To be fair, we did tell our bank we'd be traveling all year.
That's true, but I guess they knew exactly where we were.
Yeah.
Also,
maybe.
you need cash for the metro, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, you need cash for the metro. Cannot take the metro without cash. They do not take card.
Yeah.
One of the most recommended places is the Osaka Castle. Its entrance is protected by this wall of huge stones that was built in 1624. Many people will rent kimonos and have a photo shoot in front of the castle.
I was like, I want to be that guy.
Yeah.
The detail on this castle absolutely blew me away. I would say it's worth the trip to see the outside even if you don't pay to go in. We also noticed the sign near the front showing they have free guides of the park every day from 10 a.m. to 3:30 p.m.
We just finished the Osaka Castle, and it was how much?
It was 1,200 yen for both of us, so about $7.
Definitely worth it. You get your tickets at the counter up front. Thank you. And there are 8 levels. The first 4 you can't film in.
Only 3 and 4. 3 and 4 you can't, all the other levels you can.
It's like a museum of sorts, almost.
Talks about the history of the castle and the family that kind of ran it.
And the war.
There was a war, yeah.
One of the levels was really cool. It had like, it told the story in holograms.
Yeah.
So like each station was a new hologram that told more about this man's life. I really liked that floor. And then the top floor is an observation deck.
And you get panoramic views of the Osaka downtown, like Osaka City.
And
Beautiful.
side note, Alex was correct. It was very windy yesterday, and so a lot of the cherry blossom trees or the sakura trees aren't as bloomed as they were when we went. So he was correct in pulling me out of the house. Now we're gonna walk to a market. A market that we don't know the name of right now.
Kuruman Market.
That one.
And they have lots of little shops and kind of stalls for restaurants and stuff.
Just kidding, we decided to take the metro instead, but that's okay because it gives me the opportunity to show you how to get a ticket. We first made sure we had enough money, and then I got distracted by how cool the 50 yen coin is. Anyway, you can change the language to English, then you can select how many tickets you're buying at the bottom of the screen, then you can search for the stop you're going to by either typing or looking through a list.
Nice.
In our experience, we never paid more than $2 for a trip per person.
Do you have any change?
I was also happy we decided to take the metro because it meant I got 2 more stamps in my stamp book. These stamps are everywhere in Japan, metro stations, landmarks, temples. I felt like a kid trying to collect them all. Alex is going to get this orange peel mochi.
Can I see inside of there?
Gum. Strawberries are very expensive in Japan.
Very
FYI.
expensive.
These are the cheapest strawberries I saw. So for this strawberries, it was the equivalent of about $2 US, which isn't terrible.
But they're a lot of times.
Everywhere else they're 600, so they're about double that, $4. So
Yeah.
anyway, keep that in mind. If you like strawberries.
We got some like mochi type thing that Alex really struggled to eat.
It was delicious.
And Alex sampled a tea.
I did a black soybean tea, which was interesting.
But now we're gonna go and find taiyaki.
Yes.
Okay. Found it.
Lovely.
I didn't expect it to be so hot.
What kind of custard is it?
Like creamy.
Okay, this is the 3rd dessert in a row that we're eating, but this strawberry and milk ice cream looked too good to resist.
Thank you. Arigato. Oh wow, you just went ahead and ate the strawberry.
Is that not supposed to?
No, it's okay.
Ice cream's really good. When I take both the vanilla or milk and strawberry, the strawberry overpowers them. The strawberry is delicious.
We walked through Dotonbori until day became dusk and dusk became night. Then walked about 20 minutes to a vegan ramen restaurant. Both of our dishes were unbelievably rich and full of flavor. We walked back through Dotonbori on our way home. It was extremely crowded, but we felt like that was probably the true experience.
If there weren't so many people, this would be a good place.
And if you're counting, we stopped and got our 4th dessert of the day, which was a cheese tart from Pablo. We luckily saw a dog in a stroller right outside our hotel, which was the perfect ending to this very full day.
We are going to this temple. This morning we got up and we worked and then we worked out and then we got a smoothie. They have this really cool smoothie machine in the 7-Elevens here that you like scan the barcode and then you take the top off it and then you put the cup into the machine, then it blends it for you. And they're like $1. They're very good. I'm gonna show you the temple now.
Okay, that's not the temple, but it is the entrance into a park full of other smaller temples leading up to the larger one. It was a beautifully peaceful walk and set the mood for the experience. It cost 300 yen per person to enter, and there was almost no one there. Now, this is a Buddhist temple that was said to be founded in 593. The Shinto shrine gate here is original and the oldest one of its kind in all of Japan.
We just left the Shitenno-ji Temple, and it's at least 1,400 years old. There's different parts to it on the grounds. We got to climb up the temple. You could kind of see out a little bit, but it was more of just like the experience of it and how peaceful and calm. And they had these really cool, really huge Buddha statues that were gold, very mesmerizing.
We weren't allowed to record inside any of the buildings, but we were allowed to record the grounds of the buildings that were still very pretty. And we had the place almost to ourselves. It is a Thursday right before it closes. It closes at 4 and it's 3:52 right now. But I liked all the buildings. My favorite was the one with the huge Buddha statue. I couldn't record it, but it is humongous and really cool to look at. So I would recommend it for 300 yen.
Yeah, $2 a person, not too bad.
Yeah, and now we might go nap or we might find dessert. Both would be welcomed.
On our way home, we found a park with a beautiful gate and some pretty pathways. I love spontaneously discovering places like this while traveling. We opted for a nap rather than dessert, which our A1C probably thanked us for.
All right, we went home, napped,
Well, one of us now.
made dinner, and now we're back out to get something called 10 yen bread that's stuffed with cheese, and I don't know if it's savory cheese or sweet cheese, but we'll find out.
Lots of people were photographing it the other night. We
Yeah.
didn't get it because we weren't in the mood for it.
Yeah, so I assume it's quite popular. Anyway, it is always, like, no matter what time of day or what day of the week, it
Yeah,
is
it's
always
a Thursday currently.
super packed on Dotonbori Road.
We're just walking around along the water where it's not as busy because there's not a ton of shops right here.
Yeah,
But once we cross this bridge, it's going to be hectic.
it's very, very popular. I can see why, but let's see if we can get this bread.
10 yen.
It doesn't cost 10 yen. It's
That's
the
true,
shape.
it's called 10 yen.
It's the shape of a 10 yen coin, but it costs 500 yen. So a little deceiving, but that's okay. Thank you. No cheese yet, but the bread's good.
It's sweet like a pancake almost. Cheese pull! Come on,
What do I do?
keep eating it. No, don't touch it, keep eating it. You're committed. There you go, keep going. So close, keep going, it's getting thinner. There you go, yay. Thoughts?
It's really good.
Cheesy? That's how you do it.
That bread is definitely worth 500 yen. It's like $3.25 USD. The bread is sweet, but the cheese is savory. So
It's a good mix.
it was very, very good. I highly recommend. You do have to fight through some crowds to get there, and there might be a line. And you do have to like pay by cash only. You buy a ticket like at a vending machine, and then you hand them your token, and that's how you get it. But all very worth it. It was very, very good.
We admired the giant three-dimensional signs Dotonbori is known for on our way home, as well as the neon lights, the colorful retro vibes, and the canal it's located along. On our final day, we got a late start but enjoyed the beautifully sunny day with lunch at an excellent vegan restaurant. We didn't want to leave Osaka without trying one more dessert, obviously, so we headed back to Pablo for some cheese tarts and cheese ice cream.
So this is a Sakura cheese mini tart. Sakura, aka cherry blossom. You have the tart, no soggy bottom. Cheese with a Sakura, very good. A little bit of almond.
The cheese ice cream is very cheesy. It's like I would say it's more of a brie, not like a mozzarella or anything like that, or not like a cheddar. It's like a brie cheese. Brie mixed with cream cheese. It's very good. And then also today we came back because last time they were sold out of the brulee tart. And the brulee tart is like the cheese tart, but then it has like a caramelized, obviously like creme brulee, a caramelized top. So I'm gonna try this.
Double fisting.
Oh wow. Wow. That's really good. It's like a brulee cheesecake, but way more cheesy. Our final stop in Osaka was at one of their famous eyeglasses stores, Jin's.
Okay, so we just got back from Jin's, which is an eyeglass store. It was an amazing experience. We walked in, found these awesome frames that I really liked. They were gonna be under $60 for the frames and the lenses. And so I brought them up to the counter. They gave me a number, and then after about 5 minutes, they called me over to the side and I got an eye exam done, which was really cool experience actually. The way that they did it, it was pretty much all automated. And then I came back an hour later and picked up my glasses. What was pretty cool too is if you're a tourist at a lot of shops, if you spend more than 5,500 yen, then you actually get that item tax-free. So these glasses ended up being tax-free. All you need to do is show your passport. So that also saves you about 10% off the cost as well, which is great. So highly recommend if you're in Japan, you need new glasses, or even if you don't need new glasses. Anyway, this is our last night in Osaka, and Amy has already gone to bed as per usual. So I'm just gonna finish up some packing, also get into bed, and we will see you next week in Kyoto. But you don't get wet, like you don't feel wet afterwards? What's the point of bideting and wiping? Which level did you go to? Like this one?
I'm not gonna go in there.
Why not?
Because.
Help me.
No.
So when you were at the highest, what did it feel like? Maybe I want bidets to be like The Notebook, where I just like never watch it. How do I stop it?
The stop button on the left.
I feel violated. Don't bite your.
Oh, I didn't know you were recording. Okay, I thought you might contribute more than that, but you didn't. I can play music in this public bathroom if I want privacy. Light bands. My deodorant is at like the end, so no matter how much I twist it, like I can't get to it. So I've had to take it out and apply it like this. And I asked Alex if he thought that we were in a tax bracket where I no longer had to do this, and he said no. So like and subscribe.